Hey, what's up, YouTube? Jade up here. Just gonna jump right into it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that yellow button over there. Thanks. But yeah, what I'm gonna talk about is Batista and his announcement that he made on this last episode of RAW with Trish Stratus as a celebrity guest host. Yeah, so basically he jumps in the ring and no, he didn't say he was going to retire. No, he didn't say that the bird was the word. Hell, he didn't even, jump in front of Taylor Swift and say Beyonce deserved, video of the year or whatever. All of those would have been acceptable alternatives. But what does Batista announce? Batista announced that he is the newest member of the Friday Night SmackDown roster. People were asking me all week, J-Dub, what do you think about Batista coming back? What do you think his announcement's going to be? This announcement that he did end up making, that was like in the back of my head. I knew it was a possibility, but I just completely shut it away because I didn't want it to happen. So basically I was in denial because I did not want him to say that he was going to SmackDown. Batista should keep his ass away from SmackDown. He is perfect for Monday Night Raw, where they have short wrestling matches, where the quality of the matches are all that good, and where basically where we see those same faces over and over again. Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena. You can throw Batista in that group also, but hell, some people may say he doesn't deserve to be thrown in that group because he's injured most of the time, so you hardly even see Batista. But yeah, he's one of those frequent world champions who we see too much of also, and yeah, so he's the newest member of the Friday Night SmackDown roster. What do you guys think about this announcement? Talk about it in the comment section below. Also, let me know your thoughts on this whole episode of Monday Night Raw. Me, personally, I'm thinking that there are a couple pros, a lot of cons about him making his move to SmackDown. One pro, he brings that star power to SmackDown. I won't say that star power that SmackDown desperately needs like some people are saying, because honestly, if you look at SmackDown, look at what they've been through, where all of their stars are basically taken away. You got Edge, Undertaker is back now, Jeff Hardy, and Rey Mysterio suspended. So yeah, but SmackDown is like a phoenix from the ashes. They rise once again, and people were singing the death song of SmackDown a long time ago, and who would have known that the death of SmackDown won't come with a subtraction from the roster, but an addition. Some people may say I'm overreacting by saying, oh, Batista, he's just one person. But you know what? Batista may be that one factor that just changes the whole chemistry and just the whole flow of SmackDown. I love SmackDown as it is right now. Batista, he could be that one wrench in the whole plan that just screws things up. I'm not saying that's actually going to happen, but there is a possibility that it could happen. A con about Batista coming to SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown is a wrestling show. I don't think I said that, but like I just said a couple of seconds ago, SmackDown is a wrestling show. SmackDown is known for its quality wrestling, something that Batista is not known for. Batista, hell, his nickname is Batista. That should basically sum up the whole argument right there. Batista is not known as a quality wrestler. Another con, like I said, Batista, I think I said that, Batista is one of those familiar faces that we see too much of. He's making his way to SmackDown, and that's kind of throwing a wrench into the plans. SmackDown is that show where you anticipate what's next. Who's going to go into a feud for the World Championship next? Whether this person wins or that person wins, Batista, he's one of those familiar faces, and he's going to be thrown in a World Championship picture probably instantly. And yeah, Vince McMahon, I wonder why does he hate SmackDown so much? I'm probably thinking because he's pissed off that SmackDown was supposed to be the B show. And it's showing him up in his own, ideas and everything. Vince McMahon is grasping at so many straws, trying to do all types of things to make Raw the dominant brand once again, and it's not working. Raw is pulling in these celebrity guest hosts. SmackDown is losing stars, but yet SmackDown still outshines Raw every single week. Vince McMahon may be pissed off, and I'm thinking this is like that whole NWO storyline back in the day. A couple of years ago, Vince McMahon was like, oh, this is my creation, and I hate that they're showing me up. So you know what? I'm going to inject cancer into SmackDown, and that cancer's name is Batista. That's basically what Vince McMahon is doing right now because, SmackDown could have done without Batista. That's just in my opinion. But yeah, to continue on with the my thought process on what I was talking about, how Batista or how you look forward to things happening on SmackDown with the World Heavyweight Championship picture on Raw, you really don't look forward to that. And they had a couple of matches announced for the upcoming Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. One of those matches, DX versus Legacy. Before I get into Randy Orton versus John Cena, I have to say, WWE, you're finally doing something right. I absolutely love the booking. I absolutely love how this whole feud between DX and Legacy has unfolded. You know, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, two bona fide Hall of Famers. They're going into the Hall of Fame. You know, we already know that. They don't have to lose matches to people like Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. They don't have to put guys over in matches like Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. Yet they are doing both at the same time, and they're still retaining their respectability. You know, so that's absolutely great, and I still stand by what I said when I gave that match 5 stars last night. You know, some people are criticizing me for that, saying I'm a big Triple H mark, big DX mark. That's the only reason I did it, and why the match was boring and this and that. One, being Triple H mark, DX mark, hell, that may have I'm not even going to say may. It did have something to do with it. I'm not even going to lie. And for the people saying that match was boring, not 1 second watching that match I was bored at all. I was entertained throughout the whole damn match. And you know, people are actually discounting this. It was a great wrestling match. You're giving all these excuses and everything as to why I shouldn't have rated it that high and why it didn't deserve to. It was a great wrestling match. Some people are overlooking that. You know, could that be why I rated it 5 stars? Because it was a great match? You know, maybe, you know. Anyway, back to John Cena versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell matches are usually like be-all, end-alls. Like, this is where you absolutely hate somebody. You want to get them into a Hell in a Cell and just totally take them out. Hopefully, you know, it keeps tradition with this whole John Cena and but not Batista. See, I'm getting all of them mixed up. You can tell I see them too much. John Cena and Randy Orton. Hopefully this is the end of their feud, because people are getting tired of this feud. But unlike SmackDown, there's nothing to look forward to. And if there's nothing to look forward to after the feud, there's not really much anticipation of the feud. You know, like, when one of those guys win, who are they going to feud with afterwards? Is it going to be with each other once again? Is it going to be with Triple H once again? You know, it kind of gets tiring. You see it too much, you know. And so, is this finally going to be the time where a new star emerges? Who knows? But, yeah, Trish Stratus, she did pretty good. Or she was pretty. I won't say she did pretty good. She was pretty on this last episode of Monday Night Raw. I could have cared less about this episode. Alicia Fox, I'm glad she's finally getting some recognition, and she got a #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship. I'm probably the only person singing the praises of Alicia Fox. She is among one of the better divas in WWE. I'm not saying she is the best. She's among one of the better ones. So, yeah, and if you haven't listened to the PWTR show last Saturday at 6 p.m., we had a great show, had a great discussion about Jeff Hardy and possibly him being a lost cause. You know, people are saying this is the time where you have to, don't jump off of the Jeff Hardy bandwagon. This is the time where you secure your seatbelts and stay on for the long ride. Well, if you're offering somebody so much help and you see that help isn't getting through to them, you have to at some point wonder, is it a lost cause? So that's the question that we answer on the PWTR show. Also, we have a long talk about CM Punk and possibly him being the best heel in the business today. And hopefully you guys listen to that. Best PWTR show ever. So, yeah, link in the description box, and peace out.